What's up? What's up? This is Dominic Oliva with another one of your YouTube video vlogs here. Today is December 15, 2022. We're 10 days away from Christmas, and we're actually about 2 weeks away from approaching the new year. So while I have your attention on this evening, we're going through a winter weather advisory for my area where I live in Kingston, New York, small town of Kingston, New York. We're going through a winter weather advisory. They're talking about snow showers. About maybe 12 to 15 inches, so I'm sitting comfortably in my own apartment in my own confined space, about to do a video for you on this evening. Now I understand that these particular videos do not get a lot of viewership for this reason, because I don't monetize all my videos. Like I mentioned in the past, I do all my videos off of my free will. I don't do it for money, so understandably so, they do not get a lot of viewership, which I understand. But that's okay. I'm not doing this for popularity. I'm just doing this to get some stuff off my chest and to be as expressive as I possibly can. Now, once again, I'm going to do my best not to take up much of your time, but I'm not going to make any promises here. So I had done a video. We're coming up to my 3-year anniversary since I opened up to a lot of my viewers about my condition. I have Asperger's syndrome. It's a form of autism. I opened up and expressed myself. For those of you that hadn't had a chance to check it out, the video is still on my page. If you scroll down, we're coming up to my 3-year anniversary since I opened up about my condition. And one of the conditions about Asperger's syndrome, people that were diagnosed with Asperger's and autism, they find that they struggle with challenges. They struggle with the sameness, they struggle with communication, having to build relationship with other people. Some of these people are very odd, they're very weird, and they don't really fit well with most people. Some of these people, like I said, they struggle to find acceptance of themselves and where they see themselves in people's lives. So that's just a short run through of people that were diagnosed that have these conditions, the condition that I have particularly. But that's not why I'm doing this particular video. I know that in this video, you hear me talk a lot about my situation, but really this video is being targeted to young people. Yes, I said it. I'm doing this particular video to target the young people because I have a message that I want to get off, and it's going to take me some time, so I ask that you'll bear with me here. Now again, I know I said that this video is particularly for young people, but I'm actually targeting people within the 18 to 29 demo. Yes, this message is for people in the 18 to 29 demo, and like I said, I'm going to ask that you bear with me as I try to gather up my thoughts and to deliver this message. What I'm going to be doing in this particular video, I'm going to revisit one of my old video content, and I know this may get a bit lengthy, so I'm going to ask again that you bear with me. I have done a video sometime 4 years ago talking about assessing yourself and the people that you surround yourself with. I've done a video basically talking about that, and I'm going to go over a little bit briefly. Now, for context, I'm a single man. I live a simple life. I work a regular job in retail and grocery. I am 33 years old, so that tells you that I'm still relatively young and I'm still learning. Like I said, I'm 33. I'm not far from you guys. I'm just sharing you some of the things that I wish some people will have told me when I was your age. And I'm just going to go over. It's important to note that I did not write any of this down. So I'm doing this out of memory, which I know it seems kind of crazy, but I'm gathering and processing all of my thoughts in order to be able to comprise this message. So here we go. If you are someone like me that is young, vibrant, out here in the world, and is involved in various activities, you're involved in different clubs and organizations, you go to a church, you volunteer. If you find yourself much like me that have done many of those things, understand this. There will come time in your life that you will bump into very different people. Let me put it to you this way. You had just graduated high school or college, and now you're out in the real world trying to explore different options. You're trying to figure things out. You're trying to navigate this thing called life. You're trying to find yourself. You're trying to find your vibe and see where you fit in the world. You meet very different people. You join various activities. You've joined many clubs. You've done many things to keep yourself healthy. And now you hit a pivotal stage in your life where it's like everything seems to be confusing. You find yourself in the place where those people that you've once associated with are no longer part of your circle and have moved on to other different things. So I will share this. I believe that as a young man, and I'm still exploring this is actually normal. and it's very common for people to experience these things. I had mentioned in the video 4 years ago about assessing your circle and realizing that at some point the people that you used to associate with are not going to be much in your circle, and they're going to find other different things, and they're going to find other different people. I mentioned in that particular video that I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. And that saying is very true, and I think that somewhere down the line you'll understand that for yourself. It doesn't take a lot of people to be your friends. You don't need a lot of people to be your friends. You want to be around the right people that actually fit your vibe, the right people that actually understand you. And this is one of the things that I wish that they would have told me when I was younger. And I know it seems like I'm stumbling, but I'm just trying to find the right things to say and to be able to convey this message. Understand that in this life, you will meet many different people out in the world. You will meet people that are very nice. You may meet some people that are very mean. You may meet people that are very stubborn and are thick-headed. You have very different people with various beliefs, different viewpoints, people that are much like myself that live an unorthodox lifestyle. There's many different people out here. They don't all share the same aspirations. They don't all share the same interests. And these are things, again, that I'm learning for myself, and I think some of you will understand that. Some of you, again, within that 18 to 29 demo, I think that you'll understand where I'm coming from. So basically, like I said, you meet many different people. I think it's very important to assess and to be able to socialize and get to know some of these people and to find the right people that actually fit your energy. You may meet different people that have different viewpoints than you do. They don't all think the same way. I think it's important to be able to come from a place of understanding and to not place judgment on people that think different, and to not look down on people that don't live the same lifestyle as you do. There are many different people out here that like different things. Some people like music, some people like art, some people like to sit in their apartment to web browse, some people like to play sports, some people like to read the news, some people like to do this, some people like to do that. There's many different things. There's plethora of different things that go out in the world, and I think it's important to assess yourself and to be able to know exactly where you stand, especially within yourself, and where you stand in other people's lives. I think there's this term that I'm trying to find. Basically, in short, I think it's important to not put yourself in other people's box. Now, I'll explain a little bit in depth what that is. Now, being put in a box stems from the idea that you will meet many different people that will tell you how you should live your life. Many different people out here, like I said, with various beliefs, and not everybody shares the same beliefs, and not everybody shares the same aspirations. You might be into this, but the other person may not be into it. And so, in short, you'll meet people, especially those like myself, that are very odd and different, and then you'll meet people out in the world that are just very cynical. They're very, how would you say, very cynical. They tend to be very negative, and they tend to drain your energy sometimes. You'll meet those positive people. You might meet those people that are very cynical. They look at the world differently than you do. And you'll have people that will tell you how you should live your life and how you should be able to conduct yourself. Don't feed into that kind of energy. So, in short, don't put yourself in other people's box, and more importantly, don't let other people put you into their box. I think it's important that you find your own box and find your own things to put in your box. Does that kind of make sense what I'm trying to say? Again, I know this is kind of a corny analogy, but I think you'll realize later down the line that not everything is what it seems, and not many people do have your best interest in mind. Not everybody is brought up the way you were brought up. It's important to note that we meet different people out here, and you'd be surprised. Not everyone is what they say they are. And this is something that I had to realize for myself. I'll give a brief backstory here. So I've been in this community for a very long time. It'll be 20 years in January. I met very different people, especially throughout school, high school, and college. And these were very good people. Don't get me wrong. I was out here and I was kind of socially awkward. And that's part of the condition with having Asperger's, is that you get very awkward socially. It's hard to make friends. And so I was basically friends with other people's friends. I was hanging around. I found myself doing various things. I went to church. I sang in the choir. I did music. I played the percussions. I was active in very different things. And then at some point down the line, as I get older, you know, I live on my own. I've been on my apartment for now over 7 years, and I've been on my own, and I had some time to sit back and assess everything. And I had some time to look back on all those people, those who I considered like friends, and now it feels like everything has changed. You know, I realize now that people have changed, especially during these unprecedented times. I realize that not all these people out here have my best interest in mind, and for a very long time, I felt like I never really fit in. It was hard to adapt. You know, I tried doing all these things just to find acceptance. I was basically looking for external validation, and I think this is something that you guys will understand, because I know when you're young, you haven't really found yourself, and so you find yourself doing different things. You find yourself looking for external validation. When it comes to self-esteem, when it comes to exploring yourself and exploring different interests, and just overall finding yourself and finding your place in life. For a very long time, within those 20 years, I felt like I was being put in other people's box. I felt like they were putting me in their box, and I didn't really have a sense of self. Now, as I'm getting older and I had some time over the past couple of years to sit back and look through everything and explore everything, now my whole perception and the way that I look at things has changed significantly over the past couple of years. And now I'm starting to develop a sense of self and to develop my own box, if that makes sense. Fortunately, I found people that were very significant, and I'm very close with these people. I would consider them like extended family. It didn't take until I was 26 or 27 to have my own circle of friends, and I think this is something, again, that you guys will learn later down the line. I know it seems like I'm going all over the place and I'm going off tangent, but just bear with me here. This message is very significant because I think you guys will understand that at some point, you'll realize that you don't need a lot of people in your circle. Everybody is not going to, I think there's a saying that not everyone is meant to be in this journey. You have your own journey, and not everybody is meant to be in it, if that makes any sense. I think it's important to look out for the people that have your best interests, and unfortunately, it's not going to be a lot of people. You may find very few people that actually share the same interests as you do, and that's fortunately what I found that I had people that share the same interest, and these are people that I would consider like low maintenance friends. What I mean by low maintenance is that these type of people do not require a specific amount of attention, and they're very open and very accepting. I think all in all, when all is said and done, when you do get to a place in your life where you find your tribe, or you find those people that fit your energy, keep them close. Keep those people very close to you. Hold on to them, because they serve a significant purpose in your life. These people are very special people. They're very open and they're very accepting. Like I said, they're low maintenance. They don't require a whole lot of attention. And they're very open and they're very accepting. Not many people out in the world are like that. But you may bump into very few people that are like that. So like I said, when you do find your tribe and you get to that point in your life where it's like, you tried all these different things and you met all these different people and nothing seems to be working for you, do what you feel works for you and then stick by it. Find your own box and find things to put in your box. Find the people that actually fit in your circle and don't try to fit in other people's box. Again, I know this is kind of a corny analogy, but I think it makes sense. So that's pretty much how I'll leave the video off. Circles or boxes, you kind of get the idea. I think it does make sense, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up because I know you hear me a lot rambling, but that was just a message targeted again towards the people in the 18 and 29 demo. Like I said, I know I'm not that far from you guys, but this is something that I'm also learning for myself, and I'm just sharing some of my wisdom here. So again, this is where I'll leave the video off. The holiday season is among us. Christmas is in a couple of days, and I do intend to have my next video vlog. You'll definitely see that. But like I said, I hope you'll take heed to some of the things that I said, and I hope this message makes sense to some of you. I know those of you that made the time to watch this video, I do appreciate it. And yeah, that's pretty much where I'll leave the video. Once again, if there's anything that I left out, please charge it to the head and not to the heart, and I do apologize, but that was my message that I want to get out for today. If you enjoyed this video, please stay updated to more video updates, as well as more video vlogs that you'll see in the coming months.